The advancements in treatments and medications for cystic fibrosis have impacted my life in so many ways. Through new, groundbreaking medications that have just recently come out, I have been able to fully pursue and dive into a passion that I have followed for 5 years now. I love to run long distance. Growing up with cystic fibrosis, I was stubborn and determined to accomplish everything this disease told me that I could not do. Everything that had an athletic or adventurous tinge to it grabbed my attention. I mean, I did dance, soccer, gymnastics, hiking, and more, but it was joining track years ago that really ignited a passion within me. I started the sport in some ways out of spite for a circumstance that I was placed in. I didn't want CF to define what I could do or who I wanted to be. But as I continued to run, it became a symbol of strength, positivity, and hope. And rather than creating a notion that CF didn't affect me, I used running as a blueprint on how to fight this lifelong battle. The lessons of endurance and long distance running are easily applicable to chronic illness. I look at life a lot like a race in that way, just not one with other people, though. This race is me attempting to beat my own personal records and striving to be the best that I can be. And when life gets hard, or CF takes a toll on my health, I can't just stop in the middle of the race. I think of those moments as the hills. You lean in a little more, you swing your arms a little harder, and you make your strides just a little bit longer. I've learned to love the hills in cross country. They have the ability to show you how strong and capable you are, even if you didn't believe it before making it to the top. Running is more than just an action for me, it's a reason to push myself harder up those hills. And through the last 3 years of cross country and track seasons, I have medaled at state 5 times. And sharing that story has allowed me to inspire others in the same circumstance that I am in. I have explained to crowds, newspapers, and blog pages of the medications and the treatments that keep me healthy enough to retain this lifestyle of athleticism. The hours of treatments and the plethora of daily medications can seem almost overwhelming to take in at first glance. But the ability to pursue my passion with years of excelling lung function gives me a perspective on the blessings that I have in this life. When my family has fundraised for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation throughout the years, we mention the medications that have come out as a result of the funding they receive for research. These leaps and bounds and advancements have added years to our lives and gives hopes to parents and kids that are starting their journeys with CF right now. The ability to see how far they have come and just how much farther they could go takes some of that stinging fear that sneaks up behind people. Heartbroken parents that receive the news for their child will be able to have a hint and comfort in knowing that the possibilities for their kid's future is still very much intact. And kids that are old enough to understand the concept of progressive illness are given the ability to hope that the 2 letters in the alphabet that for all of their lives have carried a heavy weight will instead get to stand for cure found.